Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Gopi Jana Vallabha Jai Radha Madhava Gopi Jana Vallabha Gopi Jana Vallabha Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Yamuna Tira Vancha Yamuna Tira Vancha Jai Radha Madhava Jai Radha Madhava Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Yamuna Tira Jai Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Shira Jai Radha Madana Mohan Radha Madana Mohan Shira Jai Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Gauranikai 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 Jaya Gauranikai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Please excuse me, I have a little cold, I think. Because of hot, cold, then cold becomes a little bit, something here. A little runny nose. So please excuse me if I sneeze or something. Some reading from the S.Bhagavatam, Canto 1, the matter of creation, Chapter 9, the passing away of Bhishmadev. Text 25. You have your smartphone, you can Google it, or if you have database, that's better. It's nice to have, I think it's free now. The database is free? Yes. Yeah? So you should have it. And also Gita base is there available. If you don't have it, then you don't have a smartphone. Smartphone means you have the Sastra. Everybody, please repeat after me. Sutta Uvacha. Yudhishthirastad akrinya. Sayanam Sarapanjare. Aprichad Vividham Dharman. Rishinam Chanus Rinanvatam. Sutta Uvacha. Yudhishthirastad akarnya. Sayanam Sarapanjare. Aprichad Vividham Dharma. Rishinam Chanusrinam Batam. Somebody else? Go ahead.
Sutta Uvacha. Yudhishthirastad akarnya. Sayanam Sarapanjare. Aprachvividham dharma. Rishinam Chanushrunvatam. Sutta Uvacha. Yudhishthirastad akarnya. Sayanam Sarapanjare. Aprachvividham dharma. Rishinam Chanushrunvatam. Sutta Uvacha. Yudhishthirastad akarnya. Sayanam Sarapanjare. Aprachvividham dharma. Rishinam Chanushrunvatam.
Okay, go ahead.
Sutta Uvacha. Yudhishthirastad akarnya. Sayanam Sarapanjare. Aprachad Vividham dharma. Rishinam Chanushrunvatam. Sutta Uvacha. Yudhishthirastad akarnya. Sayanam Sarapanjare. Aprachvividham dharma. Rishinam Chanushrunvatam.
Somebody else, Mataji.
Sutta Uvacha. Yudhishthirastad akarnya. Shayanam Sarapanjare. Aprachvividham dharma. Rishinam Chanushrunvatam.
Word for word meaning, Sutta Uvacha. Sri Sutta Goswami said. Yudhishthira, King Yudhishthir. That. Akarnya, hearing. Shayanam, lying down. Sarapanjare, and the bed of arrows. Aprichad, asked. Vividhan, multifarious, Dharman, duties, Rishina, of the rishis, Cha, and Anusrinvatam, hearing after. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada K. Sutta Goswami said, Maharaj Yudhisthira, after hearing Bhishmadev speak in that appealing tone, asked him in the presence of all the great rishis about the essential principles of various religious duties. Everybody please repeat after me. Sutta Goswami said, Maharaj Yudhisthira, after hearing Bhishmadev speak in that appealing tone, ask him in the presence of all the great rishis about the essential principles of various religious duties. Purport. Bhishmadev, speaking in that appealing tone, convinced Maharaj Yudhisthira that he was very soon passing away. And Maharaj Yudhisthira was inspired by Lord Sri Krishna to ask him of the principles of religion. Lord Sri Krishna inspired Maharaj Yudhisthira to ask Bhishmadev in the presence of many great sages, indicating thereby that the Lord's devotee like Bhishmadev, although apparently living as a worldly man, is far superior to many great sages, even Vyasadeva. Another point is that Bhishmadev at that time was not only lying on a deathbed of arrows, but was greatly aggrieved because of that state. One should not have asked him any question at that time. Lord Sri Krishna wanted to prove that his pure devotees are always sound in body and mind by dint of spiritual enlightenment. And thus, in any circumstances, a devotee of the Lord is in perfect order to speak of the right way of life. Yudhisthira also preferred to solve his problematic questions by asking Bhishmadev rather than ask anyone else present there who was seemingly more learned than Bhishmadev. This is all due to the arrangement of the great wheel carrier, Lord Sri Krishna, who establishes the glories of his devotee. The Father likes to see the Son become more famous than himself. The Lord declares very emphatically that worship of his devotee is more valuable than the worship of the Lord himself. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shuta uvacha Yudhishthirastat akarnya shayanam sharapanjare aprichadi vidham dharmam rishinam chanus vinambata. So this epic is very famous in the Srimad Bhagavatam. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, we're introduced first to the Pandavas. Because of their greatness being pure devotees of the Supreme Lord. They're par excellence compared to many, many devotees that even here, Bhishmadev is being encouraged by Lord Krishna. He arranged in such a way that King Yudhishthira will ask him specific questions, especially the principles of various religious duties. Bhishmadev is one of the Mahajans. Swayambhu Narado Shambhu Komara Kapilumanu Pralado Janako Bhishmo Balir Vayasaki Vayam. Mahajan. According to the Srimad Bhagavatam, there are 12 of them. Mahajans means they are authorities of Dharma. Now, to be an authority of Dharma, not necessarily be a one who is in the renounced order of life, like sannyasis. Some of them are grihastas as well. Some of them are demigods, like Brahma, Lord Shiva. Prahlad Maharaj, a young boy, 5-year-old boy. Kings, King Janaka, Prahlad, and also here, Sukadev Goswami is one of the main authorities of Dharma. So that means those who are knowledgeable about Dharma. What do I mean by Dharma? The closest equivalent, the meaning of Dharma is not really religion, but it is the eternal occupational duties of everyone to serve the Supreme Lord. Because misdemeanor nowadays, Dharma, they think it is religion, but that religion that we are hearing or knowing, like Christianity, Hinduism, Mohammedanism, these are all ism. Ism means idealism, ideals. Prabhupada says, today I'm a Hindu, tomorrow I can be a Christian. The next day I can be a Muslim. The next day I can be a Jew. No, the real Dharma of everyone is to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So these Mahajans, they exemplify the highest level of how to serve the Supreme Lord, teaching us how to do it. And Bhishmadev is one of them. He's the grandsire. He's the grandsire of the Pandavas or the Yadu dynasty, you may say. Especially here in the Battle of Kurukshetra. The main core, the heart of the Mahabharata, which is considered to be more lengthy than Iliad and Odyssey. Quite long. The narration, Mahabharata means the ancient history of the world. Because at least 5,000 years ago, the whole planet is ruled under the jurisdiction of King Parikshit, who is also a member of the Yadu dynasty. Cousin, you may say, relative. Therefore, Bhishmadev, he is the supreme, like he's the grandfather. But somehow or other, how is it that he is under like the shelter of Duryodhana, who is considered to be the arch enemy of the Pandavas, was considered to be the always envious of the Pandavas, and he also usurped the kingdom which is due to be, the entitlement is supposed to be for the Pandavas. They lived under one roof when they were kids. But somehow or other, because of his atrocious mentality. Duryodhan would like to be the sole proprietor of everything. He wanted to be the king. He wanted to be the king. They were all trained by Dronacharya when they were still young. But later on, the Pandavas, they were cheated. And seemingly that Bhishma Dev is in the wrong side. Because when there was a dice, playing of this dice, gambling, nothing left from Yudhishthir. He was the one, but he was cheated. Who was the one who was the cheater? Yeah, Shakuni. So even in those days, so don't go to casino, okay? They're famous also for cheating. They have this electronic thing that they will control. So the origin of cheating is even 5,000 years ago. And they were not even given even the size of an area of the head of a pin. And they have to be in exile for how many years? 13 years. That if they're gonna be recognized knowingly with their identity, then it will continue on. So they were hiding and hiding and hiding, and eventually this war, the Bhagavad Gita, was spoken. Bhagavan Uvacha, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Prabhupada used the word Bhagavan, Supreme Personality of Godhead, to Arjuna to give knowledge which was spoken millions and millions of years ago to the sun god Vibhashvan. Not for Arjuna's benefit, because Arjuna is a pure devotee of the Supreme Lord. This is for our own benefit, especially in Kali Yuga. Bhagavad Gita is not just a religious book. It's a book of knowledge, how we can live our life in such a way that we become free from anxiety, become peaceful, and ultimately become realized to go back home, back to Godhead. So Bhishma Dev was there also in the battle, but he's again in the wrong side. So how he become Mahajan? How is it that he is also one of the authorities of religion or dharma or bhakti, service to the Lord? How is it that he is serving the Lord, Sri Krishna, being in the camp of Duryodhana? It's a good question, isn't it? How can you be the emblem of religion and you are not? And his rasa. We're going to talk about rasa a little bit. Rasa means mellow. That is the closest meaning given by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So each and every one of us, we have unique identity that differs from everybody, that our relationship with Krishna is only between Krishna and us. And the rasa or the mellow of Bhishma Dev is that of chivalry, virya, or vira, chivalry. There are 5 major relationships with the Supreme Lord, how we can serve him. Santa, Dasya, Shakya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya. That means neutrality, servitude, fraternal, paternal, and conjugal. And no one is higher or greater. Everyone is equal with Lord Krishna. Because we're all children of Lord Krishna. We all belong to the same family. So Bhishma Dev, in the battle of Kurukshetra, he wanted to see Krishna being angry. Because that is his relationship. You want to see Krishna angry? Maybe yes. If you have that relationship with Lord Krishna, like chivalry, a Kshatriya, being a Kshatriya, that means you are in the fighting mood. Yeah. And he wanted to see Lord Krishna in that mood. Because for him, that is the sweetest. There are also 7 minor relationships with Lord Krishna, and this is one of them. So in the battle, Krishna promised that I will not fight. Krishna performed different services according to his relationship with his devotees. And Krishna will reciprocate accordingly to how his devotee would like to relate with him. This is how Krishna pleases his devotee. So even in a fighting mood, Krishna wants to please Bhishma Dev. Because that is the relationship. And therefore, even though he promised that I will not fight, I will just drive the chariot of Arjuna. Because Krishna, he fulfills many things all at the same time with one action. It's like a diamond can have so many, like the way how they make diamond, there's so many cut. But then you see different colors. Yeah, you move a little bit, oh, it's green. You move a little bit because the reflection of the light. So when Lord Krishna, I will say, I will not fight, he broke this promise. That's why it says in the Bhagavad Gita, Konteya patijanihi name bhakta prayachate. You declare boldly that my devotee never perish. He told Arjuna. Because he knew he may break that promise, but if his devotee promises, it will never be broken because Krishna is the one who will fulfill that promise. Why? Because within the heart of Lord Krishna, the devotee resides. And within the heart of the devotee, Lord Krishna resides. So whatever his devotee will say, Krishna is obliged to fulfill. It's like in the story of Nisinghadev and Prahlad Maharaj. This is one of the reasons why the Lord appeared in the pillar, from the pillar. Because Prahlad Maharaj was asked by Hiranyakasipu, his demoniac father, the king of demons, says, where is your God? He asked first, where did you get your power? Because by just one movement of Hiranyakasipu's eyebrows, everyone, including the demigods, Lord Nisinghadev appeared. So it's now the arrangement is that when he was in the bed of arrows, but before he was in the bed of arrows, somehow or other, Lord Krishna, yes, he promised, I will not fight. But then he wants to please also Bhishma Dev. that Bhishmadev, he took a vow that today I'm going to kill Arjuna. Today. He has special arrows for him. But then, when Lord Krishna understood that Arjuna will be killed, he defended him. That when the chariot was broken, he took that will. Just prior to the prayers. I wanted to see that personality. Bhishmadev described the future of Lord Krishna. He wanted to see him in an angry mood, and therefore, when Lord Krishna wanted to defend him, he started to also shoot the arrows. To Lord Krishna, not just to Arjuna, because he is a hindrance, he's an obstacle. But it says that these arrows that's being shot by Bhishmadev towards Lord Krishna is like an offerings of flowers. How is that? The arrows became flowers now. And it says that also an arrow was shot and it missed Lord Krishna, but he was injured also. Of course, Lord Krishna is not like us. Lord Krishna, he doesn't have blood like us. His body is not made of matter. There's no difference between outside and inside of Lord Krishna. But then Prabhupada mentions in the purport that this injury that caused by the arrow that was shot by Bhishmadev created a mark, some kind of markings on the body of Lord Krishna. And he compared this to the kiss of lovers, between lovers. Kiss mark. Kiss mark? Someone will bite someone while kissing. So this was like that. And somehow, yes, Bhishma, meaning of Bhishma, is that one who took a terrible vow not to get married, to be a lifelong celibate, Naishtika Brahmachari. And that's very difficult, even by thought. One should not even think. Well, in those ages, and in this Kali Yuga, sinful thought is not considered to be sinful. But in previous ages, just to think of something which is sinful is considered to be abominable. It is only become sin in Kali Yuga if one act upon it. So Bhishmadev, since he took that vow, he received a boon. What is the boon? That I can assume, I can choose, I can decide when to die and where to die. That's a great boon, eh? So that means if you, of course, you cannot desire not to die. You will die. We will die. We are not immortal. That means we have to end up this life any moment. And we don't know when will that be. Parikshit Maharaj has 7 days warning to die. we also have 7 days to die. Either Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. But we don't know when. It could be like 10 years, or 5 years, or 1 year, maybe tomorrow. We've heard some devotees, or even devotees, or some people, they never woke up the next day. Unpredictable. But Bhishma has this boon that he can die upon his wish. Upon the moment you wish to die, I will die. So somehow or other, there are many arrows being shot onto the body of Bhishma Dev. And he says, I'm not going to die yet. I have only one wish. I wish that upon leaving this body, I will have the darshan of my worshipable, most worshipable Lord, whom I've seen in the battle, in that angry mood. I want to see his lotus face. We should also desire in this way. It doesn't matter what circumstance we may be in at the time of death, that we will remember Lord Krishna. Our slogan is always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. So Bhishma Dev died in the battlefield. At a specific time also. Bhagavad Gita says the yogis, when they leave their body, when the sun is going to the north. The Bhagavad Gita says that, isn't it? You've heard of this? Yeah? Going up north. So everything is auspicious, but the most auspicious moment for Bhishma Dev is to see Lord Krishna face to face. We should be like this in this mood also. That he didn't care whatever situation he may be. Whatever situation he may be. As a Mahajan, yes, he's a Satriya, and he was able to perfect his life. But before leaving one's body, Lord Krishna made an arrangement whereby, because Yudhishthira, he's going to be the next emperor after King Parikshit. And therefore, he had this wish to learn from his grandfather how to rule now. Even though King Yudhishthira is a very, very advanced devotee of the Supreme Lord, he wished to learn this knowledge from Bhishma Dev. But that is not the right moment to ask a person who's dying these questions. I mean, a person who's dying, he has to be like peaceful, live him like, be not disturbed. So it was arranged by Lord Krishna that this is the right moment though. Even though, according to Srila Prabhupada's purport, that there are other great sages who can teach, who can instruct Yudhishthira Maharaj. Why is that? That it was chosen that Bhishma Dev has to speak. Again, because Lord Krishna would like to have his devotee to be the one who will play the role that he becomes more important. That he is like become the hero Yeah, this is the word, the hero. It's like the hero of Bhagavad Gita is not Lord Krishna. Who? Arjuna. Who is the hero of Ramayana? Hanuman. Without Hanuman, there is no Ramayana. Without Arjuna, there is no Bhagavad Gita. Without Haridas Thakur, there is no emphasis on the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. So it transgress. These devotees of the Supreme Lord transgress all the classes or the position in the society. It doesn't specifically say, oh, you have to be a certain ashram or a certain varna, that you have to be a brahmana or you have to be a brahmachari. No. In every walks of life. So Bhishmadev now is considered to be, because Prabhupada gave in a purport that the father would like to see his son greater than him. So the Lord would like to see his devotee greater than him. How is that? Because the father will always wish that the son to be better than him. That is natural. It's like a teacher would like to see his pupil, his student, to be greater than him. Or the spiritual master would like to see his disciples also to be better than him, but that's not going to happen. Maybe Lord Krishna can do it, but still, always Krishna is the greatest. Asamordha. Another name for Lord Krishna is Asamordha. No one is equal to or greater than Lord Krishna. But he would like his devotee to be greater than him. It's inconceivable. It's inconceivable. By explaining the topics that Bhishma Devus will be hearing afterwards, we will hear these different instructions that proves that the devotee becomes also, in a sense, greater. Lord Krishna could have spoken. He could have asked, Yudhishthira could have asked Lord Krishna all of these questions. But somehow, again, Lord Krishna gave that emphasis to Bhishma. Prabhupada gave an example. It's like if you want to approach a rich man, you must approach his dog. Prabhupada says, if you love me, love my dog. It's like a rich man walking in the street here, and then you say, oh, you want to know that great man, a rich person. And you say, oh, and he's walking with a dog. Oh, nice puppy. He started to pat. Oh, and then the rich man will he will melt. He says, oh, he likes my dog. He must be a good man. He must be a good man. So in the scripture, it says that worship of the Lord is great. I'll going to give you some of these quotes from the scripture. It says from the Srimad Bhagavatam 11th canto, chapter 19, text 21. Mad bhakta puja bayadika. Even Lord Shiva says, worship of the Lord Vishnu is great, but worship of his devotee is greater. Mad bhakta puja bayadika. Worship of my devotee is greater than worship of me. How is that? Because we cannot go directly to Lord Krishna. We go through his devotee, pure representative via media, like the spiritual master. Now I'm just remembering also in Nectar of Devotion, there is a passage saying that if you are doing artik to the Lord and a great devotee just entered the temple room, you can stop your artik and welcome that devotee. You remember reading this from the Nectar of Devotion? And it is not an offense. Actually, Lord Krishna will be happy for you to entertain and welcome, convince. Yeah. Oh, Shrutakirti Prabhu's birthday tomorrow. It says there, the message. Shrutakirti is a wonderful devotee. We're very fortunate to be working with him in Vrindavan, personal servant of Srila Prabhupada. So, if somehow other a devotee came in and then you're reading Artik and you stop and you entertain him and you welcome him and you give him a nice reception, a seat or some prasadam or even some water or at least some sweet words, welcome. Lord Krishna becomes pleased. Says also, in the Nectar of Devotion, Yasha Prasadat Bhagavat Prasado Yasha Prasadat Nagati Kutopi. Actually, this is a song by Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur, who quoted in the Nectar of Devotion, that we sing every morning, Mangalartik time. It says there that anyone who recites these prayers of Guru, worshipping Guru Vashtakam, guarantees he'll go back home, back to Godhead at the end of his life. Really? Yes. I remember our spiritual master, we will do Mangal Artik wherever we are, even on the flight. I'll be beside him. He says, okay, you chant Guru Vastakam. Only one line, no repetition. But he will hear, and I will chant. Anywhere, everywhere we go, this Guru Vastakam. The prayer says, without the mercy of Guru, one will not receive the mercy of spiritual master, the Supreme Lord, Supreme Master. Without mercy. Says here also, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Shiva Virinchinutam Shi Narayana Tang Aham Vajami. I offer my obeisances to Lord Narayan, who is worshipped even by Shiva and Brahma. Yet Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Bhaktira Prasadhe Bhagavan Prasana. Only by the mercy of the devotee does Krishna becomes pleased. Yes. So the importance of worshiping or serving the devotee of the Lord is highly important in bhakti. Highly important. Because we cannot directly serve Lord Krishna. We may serve the Lord in his Archa Vigraha form, who is none different than Lord Krishna himself, but we're doing it on behalf of our spiritual master. We cannot offer directly. No, we have to ask permission from Guru Maharaj to the disciplic succession, to the six Goswamis, to Sisi Gornitai, then Radha and Krishna. It's like when we do puja for our deities in the morning without worshiping first our spiritual master and Shishi Gornitai, we cannot worship directly Radha and Krishna because they will not accept. They will not accept. We have to do this. This is the way how it goes. Srila Prabhupada says, if the Lord is pleased with you, you may get liberation. But if the Lord's pure devotee is pleased, you get love of Godhead. Yes, Lord Krishna says, one who says he's my devotee, he is not my devotee. But one who says he's the devotee of my devotee, he is my devotee. Because we cannot say, I love Krishna, but I don't love his devotees. We cannot go again straight, direct to Lord Krishna. We can show our love to Krishna by how we love his devotees. Now, when we say devotees, it doesn't matter whether Kanista, Madhyam, what to say of Uttama. Because we may have the tendency of becoming picky. Yeah? I will only invite the Swamis to my home for prasad. I will not invite my neighbor who is a grihasta for prasad. Or I will not invite the brahmacharis from the temple for prasad. No. We should not do that. We should not discriminate. So in the purport of Srila Prabhupada in the Bhagavatam, 11th canto, chapter 5, text 41, he says, the Lord does not become as pleased when one offers him direct worship as when one serves his pure devotees. And the example of this, a very important example, is that whenever Srila Prabhupada is given credit, glorified, Srila Prabhupada will say, oh, it is only due to the mercy of my Guru Maharaj. He does not accept directly the credit. Without the mercy of my Guru Maharaj, then I am nowhere. And he says also one time, actually you are all sent by my Guru Maharaj. And actually you are all my Guru. Because the spiritual master, at times, he also learned from his students how to serve more Krishna. This is out of his humility. Because he's the one who is the dearmost to Lord Krishna, but then again, because of his humility, he says, I also learned from you. It's very difficult to understand that. But we accept it because Prabhupada says that actually you are all been sent by my Guru Maharaj to help me in my mission, and therefore you are also my gurus. So now, our spiritual master, he says, if you want to please Krishna, please his devotees. Our Guru Maharaj says that. Krishna is already God, he says. He has everything, but he becomes most pleased when you serve his devotees with love. So now, this is the most important word, with love. Because we can do ritualistic action, serving the deities at the temple, but then when it comes to serving the devotees, we don't want to do. This is my only service. I'm only a pujari. And when it comes to associating, again, we spoke about that last night. We discussed, no, I don't serve prasadam, Prabhu. I only serve Krishna. I don't serve prasadam to the devotees. I only serve Krishna. So that means you don't have really pure love. You cannot say, I love Krishna, but again, I don't love his devotees. So Guru Maharaj stresses that service to devotees is real bhakti, not simply ritualistic worship. Very important. Real guru seva is above ritual. And he mentions this also in his last days. He says, carrying out the order of the spiritual master is not real offering, more than just flowers and incense. Carrying out the order of the spiritual master is a real offering. Sorry, it's a real offering. It is not ritualistic. It should be the real offering. Carrying out the order. And this is better than words, because there's a saying also, talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. So more than just flowers and incense, carrying out the order of the spiritual master is a real offering. Because he exemplified this in the very end of his life. He is serving Srila Prabhupada till his last breath. So we should learn from here how the Supreme Lord's pure devotee is our gateway. When we serve them wholeheartedly, sincerely, with love, is our gateway to go back home, back to Godhead. They are the via media. Let me see else. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, one who does not appreciate the devotees of the Lord is considered a great offender, even if he performs, again, ritualistic worship of the deity. Yes. Rupa Goswami says, service to devotees, sadhu sangha, as one of the 5 most potent forms of devotional service. More powerful even than deity worship when done with heartless routine. So the practical applications now, we have to serve devotees actively. It's like there is this one institution, the Sikhs, in Gurudwara. They actually have a long queue in serving the devotees who come to the Gurudwara, receiving them with their shoes. And they're doing it voluntarily. They have like maybe 2 years or 3 years in queue before you can serve like that. And they're so eager. Assist them in their service. This is how we can please Krishna. It's like we don't have to like do the service directly, but even assisting devotees, that is also pleasing to Lord Krishna. Encourage them spiritually, and again, inviting them for prasadam, other facilities. Don't envy advanced devotees. Again, we talk about now aparad. A devotee doesn't advertise himself. Krishna is the one who advertised the devotee, how great the devotee is. Because of his service attitude, the mood of his service. So we should appreciate everyone. It's like I was in Ratha Yatra in Central New Jersey, ISKCON Central New Jersey. Someone gave me a very long garland, like way beyond my knees. It's like, this must be a garland of Lord Jagannath. And I felt embarrassed, it's just like, why am I given this? How am I gonna wear this for a long time? So I said, let me take this out. Let me take it off. I'm gonna look. I know we have one God sister there who always invite us for prasad whenever we go to New Jersey. So I was looking for her. I cannot find her. So I was holding it in my arms like this. It's quite long. This is one devotee. I think it's Prabhupada disciple. He says, Maharaj, wear it. Man, it's too long. I cannot wear it anymore. He says, no, this is not to glorify you. It is a great opportunity to wear the Lord's garland, Maha garland. He says, no, I cannot wear it anymore. Okay, this is how you're going to do it. Then he folded into two, and then he put it in. Yes, we should glorify devotees, but devotees should not feel that, hey, I'm a great devotee when we're being glorified. No, it's not like that. We should understand that this is, again, due to the mercy of the Supreme Lord that I'm being given some kind of credit or being appreciated. So there are many ways, again, how we can serve the Lord, but be very careful because serving the Lord, we have to be careful, but serving the devotees must be also careful, extra careful, because there'll be a tendency for us to minimize the importance and the greatness of the devotees who are serving the Lord. We will have also, if we become familiar, because there is a saying, familiarity breeds contempt, that we will consider them as ordinary person like us. So serving the Lord, we have to be careful, but serving the spiritual master, extra careful. Because if we offend the Vaishnavas, then it is considered to be like a hatimata, a mad elephant offense. The creeper may be disrupted, the bhakti lata beach. Treat all devotees as representative or representation of Lord Krishna. Name priya prana shamo pi putra. There is no one as dear to me as my devotee, not even my own self or my sons. S.Bhagavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 4, Text 65. This is how dear the devotees, even the Lord himself, he considered it. So we should practice every day, as much as possible, Vaishnava Seva, serving the Lord. If we cannot offer obeisances physically, even the devotee, we can think about him who is very far away and offer mentally. Pranams, obeisances. Because that is the mystic power of a devotee. He can reach someone who is very far away spiritually. Always speak gently with humility. Speak the truth palatably. And because usually truth hurts. You try to correct a crazy fellow, he'll become angry. So we also, not that devotees are that level, but we have to create an atmosphere whereby there is a very harmonious and peaceful dealings amongst devotees. Avoid offenses. That means aparad. So worshipping the devotee of the Lord is higher than worshipping the Lord. This is the main message in this purport. Okay? Is there any questions or any points? Yes, Amrita Mataji. Hare Krishna.
So practically speaking, if the jar is on the altar and they want to offer sweet words to a guest who comes in.
If no, this is very rare.
I want you to elaborate.
No. This is like this is an example, but it could happen.
If they need help or something, you would not. If they would need help, then you would offer them help, but how would you, if you were to do that, you wouldn't leave the altar, right? How would you-
No. This is like extremely rare. This is to give us an example that how important serving the devotee. But this may not happen. But it may happen also.
If it happened, you just stay.
Especially, let's say if Prabhupada walks alone and he needs some help, that means, not really help, material help, but why not stop?
The song book is in the cover.
But the spiritual master never walks alone. Guru Maharaj will never walk alone, but it may happen. I know some gurus, they don't want any disciples to walk with them. They want freedom. I know, and I've seen them, or at least one. Yes. I'm not going to mention the name, but very humble, very humble. While others, it's obviously not that they want, but the disciples, they want to be with the guru. But again, not to enjoy the guru, but to serve the guru. We want to be with the devotees to serve them, not to enjoy them. Because some, they will think, oh, I'm with a great personality, and here's a selfie, and then he will broadcast the whole world in social media. Again, that is not service. So this is very extremely rare. Any other question?
There is a question on YouTube now.
Okay.
Achinta Dev Prabhu is asking, you mentioned that Aarti can be stopped to welcome a devotee. Is that any devotee or just?
No. Again. Don't mistaken this as like any devotee, a pure devotee. This is extremely rare. This may only happen 1 in trillion times. No, because there's always devotees in the temple. Of course, in some temples, Mangalartik, only the pujari, the deities, and maybe one who's chanting the Guru Vastakam. But this will never happen in Vrindavan. You think it'll happen in Vrindavan? Huh? No, there are thousands of devotees there. But this is extremely rare. Ask a different question, please. I know, but this is second. Yeah. It's okay, no problem. Yes. Serving devotees, go in Harinam with them, go in distribution, book distribution with them, give them counseling if you are able to, and also they consider you to could have an answer for their questions, or they need some help because they're struggling. You should be open to caring, loving. Help those who are juniors than you, and those who are more advanced than you. You offer your help, you offer your service. And those who are equal with you, yes, you confer with each other as peers. will do. There are many ways how we can do that. Yeah, talk about Krishna together, discuss about philosophical points together. Yes.
How do you identify a devotee? Like if you're walking
A devotee is one who utters Krishna's name at least once. There are different levels. One who's always chanting Hare Krishna is also a devotee. But the topmost devotee is that one whom you see will make you think of Krishna immediately without even speaking. It's like we were walking yesterday. There's so many Indians. Edison is like a little India of New Jersey. Most populated Indians, I think more than Atlanta. So we were walking and they will greet us, Hare Krishna. They recognize us. Someone will say Hari Bol, and one person who was like jogging and he repeated the whole mantra. He recited the whole mantra, Hare Krishna. He may jokingly or whatever reason that may be, is a devotee. Even those who says, you Hare Krishnas, I don't like you anymore. Why are you coming here? You Hare Krishnas, you go away. He's a devotee. Because he said, it's like Kazi, the Chand Kazi, who broke the Mridanga. Relative to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was very, very upset that why are you chanting this holy name? And he mentions the name Krishna. Yeah. Actually, we're all devotees. Some are covered up so thick that it will take them millions and millions of lifetimes to realize their eternal constitutional position. And right now, we are in that process of uncovering that layers of material energy. So we should be like what? Very open-minded, that there is always a potential to anyone whom I will meet to make him a devotee. Yes?
Just in connection with that question. So like sometimes we see, of course,
Sometimes.
sometimes we see people, even like not Indian people, like Western people, we see they're very religious, like they're very much into serving others. Of course, like
Serving who?
just serving like people in general, and of course.
That's not good enough. That is material.
It may seem like they're following, like Krishna's principles in the Bhagavad Gita.
No, Krishna is not there. It is material.
Even if they're like God conscious somewhat.
God conscious what?
Like even if the people there somewhat God
But
conscious.
they don't have bhakti. Bhakti is different than all of these different so-called religious activities. But that is a stepping stone. But still, it is not good enough. Only when they meet a devotee, then their life becomes auspicious.
So I guess like if they're engaged in sinful activity also, so they'll give the reaction for that as well.
Of course. Prabhupada says, there is nothing good in this world. Everything is bad. What we think this is good and this is bad, this is only our mind's speculation. Everything is bad. This is good. because we use it for transmitting the holy name and about Lord Krishna. The same microphone, the same, is this Ahuja or what? No, she's sure. So many big rock stars, they use the same microphone, right? So they transmit mundane sound vibration, but they will give to charity also. Does it make them good? No, of course not. I've read one big actor, is a multimillionaire, and the question is, where does he put his money? And he lives like a homeless person. He funds so many charitable causes, but then he's an actor, mundane personality. Does it make him good? It's like Trump, the son of Trump. What's his name? Byron or something? Huh? Byron? Yeah, Byron. You know how much is his allowance per month? $1 million. Oh, where does he put his money? So it says, oh yeah, he will put his money, some of them, to like give scholarship to some students. So does it make him a really good person? But he's giving charity. Okay.
So much.
Mhm.
Like, oh,
You first. You first. Okay, you ladies first. Mataji's first. Speak louder.
Instruction how to become humble, well, how to develop humble attitude serving devotees.
Humble attitude. So always think ourselves to be servant, not the enjoyer, not the proprietor. And again, the message here today is we have to, in order to go to Krishna, we should please and serve his devotees. So always put that in our mind. Remind ourselves again and again. I'm doing it not to become popular, that I'm the best servant. I'm doing it because Krishna becomes pleased when I serve his devotees. That will put us and that will make us remain always humble. I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it to develop love for Krishna by serving his devotees.
Reminding of
Yes. Yeah, you have to, we have to remind ourselves to be in the safe side that I am a servant of Lord Krishna. Krishna is the main enjoyer, supreme enjoyer. And once you have the taste of serving devotees, you also become blissful. Because that is the effect of genuine serving with love. Serving with false ego will not make you happy. You will not be content. You will not be satisfied. And eventually you will say, someone should serve me. Huh? No. It takes a lot of humility to serve. You have to get rid of this false ego that I am the enjoyer, that I'm the body. You cannot serve perpetually. Only after some time. Because you want recognition. You want fame. You want your reputation to be more important than what you are doing. Is that okay? Yes. Prabhupada was once asked how to become humble. Prabhupada says, just be humble. How can you be humble? Just do it. There is this famous sneakers brand. Just do it. Yeah? And they became famous because of that, slogan. Just do it. It doesn't matter what will be the result. I'm here to please Guru and Krishna. That's all I want to do. Nothing else. Whatever they say, I shall do it. I will do it because I have complete faith in them. Determination means, again, I will repeat because I gave that class the other day. Determination means you are convinced that I shall only do bhakti because this is the only thing that pleases Krishna and the spiritual master.
You say that bhakti is very rare.
Huh?
You say that bhakti is very rare and hard to achieve.
It's very rare, but it's inside you also. It's inside me. It's very rare because this is the only way how we can purchase Krishna. Krishna becomes subordinate in a sense. He gives himself to the devotee. The devatas, you can please them easily. But Krishna is not easily pleased because he will only be pleased with our love and devotion, the actions that we perform. It's not the action that pleases Krishna. It's the love and devotion that goes along with the action that you do for Krishna. And it's very rare because we've been very, very selfish since time immemorial. To be selfless means only for Krishna. And Bhagavad Gita says that offer everything to Krishna. To do that in a contaminated state is very difficult. That's why we have to purify ourselves. Without purification, we cannot serve Lord Krishna. Right now, we're just attempting to serve Lord Krishna. We're not really doing bhakti yet. Maybe some of you are doing it already. But for me, I'm still attempting. It's rare. It's rare. But it is, yes, spiritual life is difficult, but it is possible. Material life, it is difficult, but it is impossible. It will not work. It will not work. Any other points or questions from those? Yes?
Yeah. So Maharaj, one thing that Prabhupada makes is like Bhishma, he was in a great situation.
Materially?
He was on the bed of arrows. He was in a painful situation.
Yeah.
But Krishna chose him to deliver the message.
Yeah.
And we can compare the same situation with Prabhupada, like in the last moment, like he was translating.
Yeah, our Guru Maharaj is the same thing. Our Guru Maharaj, he is beyond the material conception, the bodily conception. For us, we're not going to be able to last that long. And we have some of our devotees in our movement like that as well. Still, at this very moment, they transgress the material pain. Prabhupada in the last days, the Kaviraj says, if this happens to a normal person, he's not going to be able to make it. Because especially the time of death says like so many like scorpions biting that person at the time of death. It's so painful. It's like birth is painful, being alive is painful, and dying is painful also. All pain, all throughout. But devotee, he never complains. Never. I've never seen Guru Maharaj complaining. Well, he was telling me in the last days, I'm tired. He told me a few times, I'm tired. Find someone who can massage me. And you will never hear Guru Maharaj saying, I'm tired. But that tiredness is also very deep. And we can talk about that later. Any other points? Yes. Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, you told one point that if we please Krishna, we get devotion. But if we
Prabhupada says, I didn't say, I just repeated, okay? Yeah, if you please Krishna, you get liberation. But if you please and service devotees, you will attain love of God.
So I thought I heard it as please Krishna, we get devotion. It's not devotion, it's liberation.
Liberation.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, but there are different kinds of liberation as well. But devotee is automatically liberated. And it says that the personified liberation is knocking on the door. You've heard of this? There's a statement like that. He's knocking on the door of the devotee. That means he's ready. You're there, you're ready to liberate. Bhakti means after attaining liberation. What is liberation? Free from the cycle of repeated birth and death. A devotee is like that. He's free from the cycle of repeated birth and death, and therefore he's only serving the Supreme Lord. Amrita. Okay, when are we going to stop here?
You were discussing the last book of the Guru Ashtaka.
Mm.
You said it's in another book.
No, but it was quoted
It's quoted.
by, yeah,
Can
by,
you tell me again because my mind?
by Rupa Goswami.
Goswami,
Yeah.
anyone who-
But it was Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur who wrote this song. Mm. Mm. Okay, Vishwanath Chakrabarti. Yes?
So you said, Maharaj, that birth is painful, living is painful,
Yeah.
death is painful.
Yeah.
So what do we have to look forward to?
What? What?
What do we have to look forward to?
To perform bhakti.
That's what I wanted to ask you.
Yeah, to perform bhakti. A person who's doing bhakti, there's no more pain. But he is feeling the pain, seeing others suffering. This is the devotee's pain in the heart. When he sees another person, conditioned souls, miserable, suffering, the pain is there. And therefore, he carries the same desire as of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna's desire is that he's waiting, when are they going to go back home, back to Godhead? So let me make an arrangement, and therefore he sent the pure devotees to follow the same desire. And therefore, that's why he says that devotees are more merciful than Lord Krishna. Because they're the one who's doing the job. Lord Nityananda, he says, Namo Mahabhadanyaya Krishna Prema Padayate. Is the most magnificent incarnation of the Supreme Lord. But Lord Nityananda is more merciful, because without his mercy, Jagai and Madai will not be saved. And Jagai and Madai, they did not perform any sadhana. It is the mercy of Lord Nityananda that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave his mercy for them to be saved. So the pain is there all throughout, but we can get out of this pain when we meet a devotee. Now, he may not be a pure devotee. The one who introduced us to Krishna, he may be a neophyte devotee, just came. That's why we should carry books with us all the time. You see a person in the supermarket, in the Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or something. Hey, this is a book about knowledge, how to be happy, not only on the weekends. Every day, every moment, here is a book for you. There you go. Oh, by the way, we have a center in Ponce de Leon. Please come. Yes. That will alleviate them from their miserable condition of life, their sufferings. Or if you don't have, just have a card, a visiting card of the temple. Hey, we have an open house on Sundays. Or in some places, actually, in some temples, they have a special program for the Westerners. That means non-Hindus or non-Indians. Because sometimes when they come to the temple, they will say, "Oh, this is only for the Indians." No, this is for everyone. So you give them a special attention. And when you give them special attention, you will get a lot of bhakti points in your spiritual bank account. Okay? So I think we stop here now. I have another meeting sometime. Sukriya, thank you very much for your kind attention. And for the next few days, I believe we'll be doing some sessions again about Bhishma Dev. Okay? Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai, Nitai Gaur Sitanath Premanande. Hari Om Tat Sat.
His Holiness Janardhan Maharaj ki
Jai. Hare Krishna.